Cinemeebies podcast. I'm Tyler.
I'm Monica.
And today we're doing a short mini episode on Uncharted. Newish Uncharted movie with Tom Holland. I was very excited for this one because although I've never played an Uncharted game, I'm always looking forward to a good video game movie. And also Tom Holland. So can't go wrong. We won't be talking about any trailers or anything. So quick synopsis of Uncharted: Indiana Jones. That's really all you need to know. It's basically them going on a treasure hunt. They're trying to find treasure. That's all.
No, actually, it pretty much is the whole thing. They're just going on a treasure hunt.
Yeah, not much else to say about that. But Monica, what was your opinion on Uncharted?
I really, really enjoyed it. I had so much fun watching it. I think it was a great time. What about you?
I thought it was good, but from the vibes I got when we were talking about Batman, I would say Batman is better than this one. And so I just don't think that this was the greatest movie in the world. But it sounded like
off the bat, what's like your rating? So let's go for ratings first.
Ratings first.
Kind of know.
I gave Uncharted a 7 out of 10.
Okay, I would give it like an 8.
So you would put Batman above Uncharted?
Yeah,
got it.
I would put Batman above Uncharted, but like I do feel like they're close. As far as how much fun I had in the theater while watching.
Okay, I can understand that. I think with Uncharted it was just like an average movie to me. You know what I mean? Like it's just a normal movie. When you're playing it, like when you're playing a game like that, it's different because it's interactive. It doesn't feel like a normal story. You know what I mean? But in a movie, this just seems like a normal everyday movie. Like it just seems like a story. So it didn't really do enough to like make it distinct, in my opinion.
That's what pretty much all the critics' reviews said, where it's just like, it was good, it was fine, but did it add anything like new or fun or refreshing to like the adventure genre? Mm-mm. No.
It just felt like average, in my opinion.
But for me, I'm always feel different than the film bros on this kind of stuff, because for me, I don't think that every movie needs to be like a cinematic, like amazing, awesome experience. Like, I think sometimes movies are just like a good story with like hot people and it's just a good time.
So the only thing is that I feel like if I pulled parts from other movies, I could make this as the exact movie. And that's my biggest gripe with it. It's not doing anything unique, even story-wise, to be different. Some of the set pieces are really cool. The one that they keep advertising in all the trailers of Tom Holland falling out of the airplane.
And they used the F out of that. They were like, put it in as many times as possible. Do a flashback, do a flash forward. Anything we need to do, because we spent money on this.
Yeah, exactly. That was really cool. I liked that scene. Also it gives me video game vibes. A lot of the big scale action stuff give me video game vibes. And the way that they do CG, it's not like very, very like it's noticeable because it doesn't move like real life, but it's okay in this one, in my opinion, because it feels like a video game. I was
about to say, I think they did that intentionally, so for it to replicate like a video game type like experience, like, which for someone who's
almost all of the Batman like stunts were practical, and that made sense. That made sense in there, whereas in this one, you don't need it to be practical. But I assume you were going to say, as someone who doesn't play video games.
Yeah, it can be like kind of like weird like to watch and be like, what is this weird like CGI type?
Yeah,
like,
everything looked too fluid.
I will say, our Uncle Bubba, again, who I saw this movie with, he played all of the video games. Like, he's played every Uncharted, and he like said that it was like really comparable. Like, so he really liked it because he said that they did a good job with that.
I know the story of 4. I've watched like a playthrough of Uncharted 4. This is, I'm pretty sure, mostly based off of 4 because it is very, very close. like the whole story of 4 is that they're going for this like lost treasure in a pirate ship. Like, so it's very, very close to 4. But I liked it. So it wasn't like bad. It just wasn't anything like unique.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Like, for example, I'm sitting here thinking of spoilers. Like, you barely need a spoiler section because, like, you can pretty much, like, guess what's going to happen just based on, like, you know, the train.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's pretty obvious.
It's just an adventure story. It's literally Indiana Jones. But I don't know if I would watch Indiana Jones over this. I'm not exactly sure. I feel like I would watch this more just because it's newer and it's got more going on. Like that big action set pieces are big action set pieces, but Indiana Jones is a classic. But also,
I was gonna say, I think it's hard to say because Indiana Jones is like such a classic and like was really revolutionary for like the times. Like a lot of practical effects, like Harrison Ford is iconic. Like I don't know, I think Indiana Jones really like set the precedent for movies like this, and this is. But I think this would be fun just to like throw on in the background while I'm like doing the laundry. You know what I mean? Just like something to like have on in the background. It would be fun. It would be entertaining.
Yeah. I think the one thing that sets this movie apart from others is Tom Holland and Mark Wahlberg.
I was going to say 100%.
Their chemistry isn't the best I've ever seen.
No, I agree. I was going to say that.
But they're both fun.
Yeah. I don't think they used Mark Wahlberg as much as they could have. I feel like there was like times where I was like, where he at? But and my other thing is that Tom Holland, I would like to see him play a character that's not Peter Parker.
Yeah.
Because this was basically like Peter Parker 3 years in the future, he's a bartender. Like, what else?
Like him constantly apologizing for everything. That's not Nathan Drake. Nathan Drake in the games is like super sassy and like there's moments in this where Tom Holland is sassy and he's like making like quips like at basically like he's like frustrated, so he makes a quip. But like most of it, it's just Peter Parker. It's just him making quips or being like super, super nice baby mode. Like you don't need to be overly nice in everything you do.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I think that I think they did it like partly to contrast from Mark Wahlberg, who always plays like the tough guy, and I also think they did it to like make a little bit of a character arc for him. Like, look, he's like this naive kid at the beginning, but like as he like comes to terms with stuff that happened to brother and goes through more experiences, like he kind of becomes more of like a man. I think that was part of it, but I do agree. I don't know. I think he did good in it, and I think that they did a smart job on capitalizing on Tom Holland's success right now. Like, let's just give the people what they want. I just don't want to see him always play the same character. So I hope that I would like to see him branch out a little more, but I'm sure he's making coin.
Yeah,
so
he's making like bank. Yeah, like I like both Mark Wahlberg and Tom Holland.
Me too.
They just didn't. It didn't feel like they had much chemistry together.
Not at all. I felt that the whole entire time. I did not feel like. I don't know. I was like, did they have beef on set? Yeah, like, why is it awkward?
Like it didn't. But it didn't even like feel like they had beef. It just felt like they had nothing.
Like it was like their first day on set. They're like, let's film your most intimate scenes now. Yeah. Like, and you know what I mean?
Like they weren't like super buddy. They didn't have the vibe that they were like annoyed with each other. You know what I mean? Because that's what they're going for, is that they want to go for like basically Tom Holland. Like they're both annoyed with each other, but they have to work together. But I just never got a vibe from them. It was literally always just, oh, hey, like we're both in this movie, which kind of pulled me out. I just didn't feel authentic.
I completely agree. I loved the. I was looking at your. I'm recording from Tyler's like childhood bedroom, and he has like a wall of Funko Pops, and I was trying to figure out who these Funko Pops were, but it's Wanda and Vision, and they're in like black and white. And I was like, "What movie is that from?" And it was Wanda and Vision. I just realized.
I was like, she's looking like really, really intently.
I was so encaptured by them. Yeah,
I was like,
we'll have to post the pictures or like a video of Tyler's Funko Pop wall on the podcast because it's like. Honestly insane. Like people will be like, "Oh, I have a big Funko Pop collection," and I like show them this, and they're like, "I don't." Actually. I know. And they're like,
And my girlfriend was talking. She was like, "I have 40 Pop Vinyls," and I'm like, "I have 200. I think I have you beat just by a hair." Yeah, that
Yeah, it's
I was
crazy.
just like,
It's
she's
alarming.
looking like
Anyway, sorry.
she
I
was
could
so
not figure out. I
out
was
of
like, who
the
are these?
Uncharted talk.
Sorry about that. Anyway, trying to think of what else
There's
there
not
is
much to
to
say about this
say.
movie, which sucks.
I know. You're right. Like I did give it an 8. Like I did think it was a really fun time. I don't know. I just
That's
thought
why
it
I
was
put
fun. It's the
7.
same thing with like rom-coms. Like, are they like revolutionary? Are they adding anything like
I
productive to
cannot
cinematic
remember.
experiences?
I
No.
literally cannot remember another rom-com outside of The Proposal and 17 Again. Those are the
Yeah,
only
but
rom-coms I can actually remember.
you're also not like the target audience, so I'm gonna
I mean, okay, yes,
give you a
but
pass there. I don't know, like sometimes people, those rom coms they don't always get the best reviews, like critic reviews and stuff, but they're just fun to watch. Like they're fun to put on, and I like
yeah.
them.
So it's like, honestly, this. I know they wouldn't because like you don't make money that way, but like this would have been perfect for an at-home release.
Yeah, I know. I was actually thinking that, like,
Like just
how
turn your
why is
brain
this of all
off.
movies not the one on HBO Max? Yeah. Um,
It's just a
I loved
fun.
the scene of Tom Holland working out and like, giving us some
Oh my
thirst
god.
traps. My
I
my little cousin, she's like a 12-year-old girl, was with us, and I kept looking at her during it, like smiling, and she was like so embarrassed. And I was like, "This is why we're here, Autumn.
this
Like,
is
this is what."
yeah, no, but that's the male gaze.
So,
um no, but like it's just not anything special, which sucks because I wanted it to be.
I know. I will say oh crap, I can't remember her name. She's in this TV show
The
You,
main girl.
the villain. Like,
Oh yeah, I was actually surprised by her. She was actually really fun. I had never seen her before.
oh, I did not like her
Really?
at all in this movie. She kept doing this like I don't know. I think maybe it was because it's a video game thing and they were trying to like
Hmm.
overact, but she kept doing this weird like voice and like she was like
Okay, I
so
can understand
obviously
that.
trying to like present herself as like some big bad
I
villain
can see
that it was
that.
really taking me out of the story and I was like just
Yeah.
no.
See, I know what you're talking about now. Like now that I think about it, it makes sense. Like what you're saying. Um, but in the movie it didn't bother me, oddly enough. It was just like, oh yeah, she's just playing it up. Like or just like that was her character. It definitely gave me
Yeah,
now thinking about it, it gives me video game vibes.
it took me
It's
out of it
very
in the
funny.
movie.
But that's
Yeah,
what I'm
I
saying.
think that's
She wasn't like a great character, but it seemed like she was the most fun out of all the
yeah, for
characters, even
sure.
more than Tom Holland as Nathan Drake.
One of my other favorite parts, like set pieces, I guess. I don't know if this counts as a spoiler. It's just a set piece.
Well,
Um,
if it's spoilers, it's spoilers. We don't have anything to say during the spoilers
right.
section, so
Yeah.
this is spoilers now. We haven't talked about
Right
spoilers
now.
up until now, so if you don't want to be spoiled, then leave.
Yeah, so I'm about to talk about something that's like a mild spoiler for the movie, like barely. But when they had the pirate ship up by the helicopter and they were like fighting on the pirate ship in the air, I thought that was really
That
cool.
was really
I
cool.
remember thinking. But the other thing this is sorry, I keep talking me on a podcast every time I'm like, sorry for talking. I don't understand why I do that. Anyway.
You're literally here to talk.
Anyway, but so they had this map and like they're trying to find the treasure and they whatever. So basically, they're on this island, and it turns out the treasure is actually just 20 feet from where they are
Yeah.
in this big giant awning. And I'm like, no one ever thought to go
Yeah,
into this cave.
no one ever saw that cave. You're telling me no one ever saw that cave. I'm like you could be walking on the island and fall through the crack on the ground because that's how big the crack of the ground
It's
is.
like this ginormous cave, and they're like,
Obviously it was
nothing to
enough
see here.
obviously it was enough for them to actually pull the ship out from the crack. Like
Yeah,
no,
it was insane. I thought that was
I
funny.
know exactly what you're talking about. I was thinking the same thing. It was cool though. That action set piece was cool. I also liked more
Hmm.
of the detective stuff in it, like when he's like deciphering the codes and the
I
postcards.
knew you would like that part. When that part was on, I was like, Tyler's like geeking
I
right now.
was. That's very funny that you like remember like that you would know that. No, I liked that part. That part was fun to me. Um, but like there was one scene. So I saw this one with my friends, and my friend Chris said that he actually fell asleep during it. He fell asleep during the scene where Tom Holland and Mark Wahlberg go to meet the other girl in wherever. The chase scene, that's so like useless.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know. She seemed kind of like random. Like, I mean, I
Yeah,
guess
she
I
didn't
get
fit.
like, what are you doing here? And then like she would leave and then be back, and I'm like, well, I hope she
She
goes away
didn't really
now.
fit. You know
Yeah,
what? Yeah, no, this movie just gave me Indiana Jones mixed with National Treasure vibes.
yeah, mm-hmm.
And like I just hate the common stereotype, which is, it sucks because Uncharted is known for this. Like, I'm pretty sure every game has one of these moments of the person I was working with is out to get the money more than they want to help me. You know what I mean? Like, having every single person betray you at some point gets really tiring. I'm
Yeah. I know
tired of
what you
that
mean.
stereotype.
I did like the part. I did think it was kind of clever the part where like he put the coordinates out. But it turns out they were
Yeah,
fake to lead her away. I was like, nice,
that was smart
nice.
because it allowed Nathan Drake to actually do something.
Yeah,
Because I feel like up until then he was kind of either stumbling his way into stuff, which is normal for Nathan Drake in the Uncharted, or he was being told what to do. So I just liked him doing more stuff on his own. You know what I mean?
yeah. I actually really liked it. I'm looking forward to sequels. They're
Yeah,
obviously
they're
going
gonna
to
be
make a
fun.
freaking like whole franchise out of
Yeah,
this.
it's easy
I
money.
think it'll be a good time. Yeah. Yeah, I think it was fun.
It was just fun.
Nothing.
There's not really much else to say about it. It's just
Yeah.
a fun
I
movie.
I can understand criticisms of it. Can I understand hating it? No,
No,
like not really. I don't think this is
it's
a
a
movie
fun
you would
movie.
hate. But I think like once if it releases to streaming, like if it's free to stream, like or included in a streaming service, just check it out because it would be fun to just throw on a weeknight or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, there's not much else for us to say, in my opinion. I don't have anything special about this movie. That's why it wasn't like super good to me. It's the lowest of my 3 movies this year, so
Yeah, I feel that. Yeah, nothing super exciting to say. I feel bad.
I wish I liked
Coming
it
up,
more.
yeah, definitely. I agree. I think it's funny that they originally wanted like Mark Wahlberg to play Nathan Drake, but then like obviously he was too old, so
Mm-hmm.
like they put Tom Holland.
And they're
But
like,
like, in what universe would Mark Wahlberg be like young enough to continue this franchise? Like
yeah,
he is aging. You know
yeah.
what I mean? I'm like, he cannot
I'm
headline
pretty sure
this.
in the game Sully is old. Like, he's an old
Okay.
man, I think.
Oh, okay.
Wait, no. I don't. Maybe or maybe not. I don't remember. He's older. I know that.
I don't know, but video game sales had to have like skyrocketed after this movie because
Yeah,
I know I was
or
I
right
was like
before. Yeah.
because I actually like heard of people leaving the movie being like, "Oh, I'm gonna get that game."
Hmm.
Actually, even our dad was like, "I wish I had the PS5 because I'm gonna play that game."
Yeah. Yeah.
But anyway, nothing else too crazy to say about this one. Sorry, this is it for the short
Yeah.
episode, but it's kind of fun just to talk about it and kind of recap because we haven't really gotten a chance to talk about this one together before. And we'll having an episode come up about Death on the Nile, so I think we'll have a little bit more to say about that one. So that should be coming out soon. So check it out.
All right. Have a good night, everyone. Please check us out on social media and rate us. Please have a good day, good night, whatever is going on in your life. See ya.
Sweet. Bye.